what is it about Cadre's like process and platform that makes investing in commercial real estate so accessible and transparent?
So there are a number of things that Cadre is doing to really break the mold in commercial real estate. The first thing is we've lowered our minimums to invest in our deals. I think a few years ago, Cadre required $250,000 to invest in any of our deals. We're down to $25,000 and continue to bring that further down to make it even more accessible. And we did some research and we found that over 60% of consumers thought you needed more than $100,000, and many think you need millions and millions of dollars to invest in commercial real estate. And so part of what we're doing is creating awareness that the entry point and the initial minimum investments are far lower than people realize. And we're going to continue to work to bring that down and make it even more accessible. The second thing is fees. Oftentimes in the commercial real estate business, there are things called promotes and sort of double fees, and we don't have that. We only have that one fee, and so it makes it more affordable for investors to get involved in our platform. And the third area is really around liquidity. And some people don't necessarily want to be locked up for 10 plus years in an investment. And so Cadre has a secondary marketplace where we offer our investors the opportunity to actually trade with other investors. So if you were invested in a deal after a few years and you wanted to liquidate, we would help match you with a buyer who wants in on that particular property or that deal. And so this liquidity event is also very unique in the marketplace.
That's interesting. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of changes happening, especially in the fintech space. And, I know that you're not the only leader to leave Goldman Sachs recently for a different company or other kind of startup opportunities. But does this indicate like change in the industry, especially in the fintech space?
I guess I would answer it by saying it depends on your background and your experience as a whole. This was an opportunity for me to build, and I found that that's something I really enjoyed a lot. It's also something that I think is important for the average investor because, in an era where people are experimenting with things like cryptocurrency as an example. And I'm not saying anything negative about crypto, but the average investor knows the basics of investing is about diversification. And so the fact that only 14% of Main Street investors are investing in commercial real estate leads me to believe and us to believe that there's a huge opportunity here for true diversification. So sure, if you want to buy crypto or you want to buy individual stocks or, all that's great. But if you really want to be diversified, commercial real estate should be something you should consider. So, to answer your question, I think when there are untapped opportunities, and I think this is one of them.
Are there any concerns about creating too much access to commercial real estate investing? I know you said 14%, which says there's a lot of opportunity, but if so, I mean, are there any concerns from a marketing perspective?
Well, today we only allow access to our platform for accredited investors.
Okay.
Which means your household income is $200,000 or more, or you have investable assets of $1 million or more. So today our deals are structured in a way that they are a good fit for people who are accredited investors. Now, down the road, we are talking about creating a more retail-like fund, and that would open it up to a broader audience. And of course, transparency is a huge part of Cadre's DNA, and it's important people understand there are risks involved in any kind of investment. So we're very transparent about those risks, and really are dialing up our educational content as well, so people really understand what they're getting involved in. And I think that's really key with obviously any brand, is to be transparent. But especially in an area like commercial real estate with such a low penetration amongst this audience, it's important that we educate you properly and you know exactly how this works and what to expect.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to you by Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. If you want to learn more, head over to salesforce.com/marketing. And please subscribe to this channel for more marketing insights from the world's best marketing leaders across the Fortune 500 and beyond.